Another day, another across the NBA. Blowouts on the way.
Contributing to, I think you guys have been down double digits one game so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're like the Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
Yeah, we had an early game yesterday between the Sixers and the Suns. Devin Booker once again out for this game, and Bradley Beal obviously still out. So it was once again Kevin Durant against the world, and those double teams on him have been fairly effective, as he is prone to turnovers, of course, there, which everyone is based on the double teams they were sending at him, with Embiid being around him all the time. He still had 31 points, and his team can just not capitalize, man. They were 9 of 35 from the 3-point line, 36% from the field. Philly's defense is really good, but they were missing wide open shots, and the role players were just not role playing. And it's hard, obviously, going at Embiid defensively when he's in the paint. Nurkic, Nurkic got the best out of that, not only defensively, but also when he got Embiid's elbow into his chest, into his chin. And he's been really bad offensively after a great start for him. They just need Beal and Book healthy, man. There is nothing else to say for them. As for the Sixers, man, Tyrese Maxey started passive and it was not fun to watch, but then he goddamn played as aggressive as it gets. Nick Nurse was on him about it. He talked about it with the reporters, and I love that, man. I love that. Tyrese Maxey is gonna be so good. He already is so good, but he's gonna be even better. And I love that Nick Nurse is nurturing him like that, and he's gonna. Man, Nick Nurse is looking to prove himself as one of the top 10, 5 coaches in the league. And Tobias Harris continues his great start to the season. He has been awesome. Kelly Oubre has been awesome offensively, and they don't even need that much help from, offensively from the bench, as they just kinda have solid role players around these starters and these scorers. Another solid win for Philly, man. Next up, we had the Hawks against the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram was back. And first off, I gotta say, Trae Young to start the game, man, he was diabolical. He had some insane turnovers, missed wide open layups, and it was nasty. And the Pelicans got off to a lead a little bit early on, but they could never really separate from these Hawks, as their offense is just great. Zion had a windmill dunk on a fast break, which they were better at the fast breaks in the first half, the the Hawks were so much better effort-wise. They got to the glass way better. They had so many second chance points against these Pelicans, and I gotta say the energy I'm seeing from the Pels is just not great. They don't have the chemistry yet, I would say, and of course they have been injured a lot. Right, Ingram has missed games. Zion has missed games on a back-to-back. You had obviously some of your best rotational players in Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy out. So it's been rough for them, really. And I don't like what I'm seeing from Zion Williamson overall. I feel like he's not as energetic as he was last year. So we'll see if everything's right with him, or if he's just trying to conserve his energy so he doesn't burn out as quickly as he has over these last 3 years or so. Anyways, for the Pels, let me quickly say that I really like Jordan Hawkins for them. He has a pure jumper. He will be a solid player and has showcased some solid overall play. For the Hawks, I love what I'm seeing, man. Their offense is fluid. They create so many good open looks, whether that is when they get to the paint at will and they have a lot of good lob threats and finishes around the rim. And also that opens up the three-point line way more. They set a lot of good back screens. They get their shooters open. Even Trae Young was involved in that with back screens, which is great to see. Off the ball, back screens from Trae Young is what we need. And with Sadiq Bey and Bogdan Bogdanovic missing their shots in the first half, it didn't matter, man. They started hitting in the second half. The starters did, of course, mostly. Jalen Johnson continues to be sensational. He'll be a most improved player finalist unless the media has something against the Hawks. Trae Young got going in that second half. He had a really good game after the very weird start. DeJounte also got going to the rim, and it opened the floodgates, really. They were also really solid defensively today. So I loved what I'm seeing from the Hawks. Really like their energy and effort. Their offense is fluid as hell, and they can do a little bit of everything offensively. And if Trae Young's shots start falling, it's gonna be a scary sight. Then we had Lakers in their favorite city against the Orlando Magic. Markel Fultz and Wendell Carter out, so that's two starters down for Orlando, while the Lakers essentially had Christian Wood on the bench from their usual bench rotation, and it showed. The Magic brought it to them early on. They were far more energetic, which you can see from the rebounding efforts, and LeBron was kind of taking energy out on the defensive end, even though he says he does never take energy out when he's out there on the floor. So that's what LeBron does. He's a great goddamn liar. But he's not the problem, obviously. He had another really good game overall. And Paolo's jumper made an appearance, which is great. He's had another back-to-back great games from Paolo. He had a beautiful all-around game, took LeBron to the rack, which was great to see. He crossed him up. Paolo is looking nice, man. He's gonna be so good. I hope the jumper is just a little more consistent and not as bad as it looked at the start of the season and throughout last year, essentially. But he still has a lot of back overall. And Anthony Black was really good in his first career start, made all the right plays, passes the eye test for an IQ guy, for the guy that can fill the holes your team needs. And their defense is sensational, man. Goga Vidatse sensational defensively, starting in place of Wendell Carter. And I love their defense, man. They have so many great effort guys. They have a really good point of attack defense with their guards. And they have such a lengthy backside, right? And it's beautiful to watch, man. Their defense will be top 5 in the league if they are healthy. And maybe even if they are just, mixed up with injuries, I feel like their defense has to be top 5 in the league. So at least so far for sure, right? But we have to wait those 25 games or so to really get the full picture. For the Lakers, like I said, LeBron was overall really good. Anthony Davis was overall really good. Austin Reeves had a bounce back game, but D'Angelo Russell and Cam Reddish did nothing, and the bench was depleted. They did, of course, also nothing. So there's that. But the positive is that Austin Reeves looked better and better every game, which is what you need from him to be that third guy and not D'Angelo Russell, in my opinion. Then we had to, in the end, where Tyrese had one of the best third quarters ever, and the Pacers lost to the goddamn Hornets, who were actively trying to lose with all the stuff that happened down late. Watch the ending of this game if you have League Pass, or if it's maybe on YouTube, on NBA's YouTube. It was nasty. It was a lot of nasty stuff happening in this game. And LaMelo locked Halliburton down. Rough. They also missed 2 free throws down the stretch. One of them was missed by Aaron Nesmith. One of them was missed by Buddy Hield, who still wants out of there and is not even hiding it anymore. That's his Twitter, by the way. Minnesota's defense continues to be incredible as they blew out Utah, and especially in the second half, they blew them out. And yeah, I wonder if the Jazz could trade Lauri Markkanen, man, for some premium picks package to a team that's contending. It would shake up the league, man. He is good enough to be a second best player on a championship team, in my opinion. And great game defensively once again for Minnesota, one of the best defenses in the league also. And yeah, Ant-Man and Karl Anthony Towns had a great game offensively, so that is that. Naz Reid continues to be great off the bench. The Kings in Houston without De'Aaron Fox, and they could not create rim pressure. They were not getting much great at the rim, even though there's Alperen Sengun. And their shooters have been kinda colder, especially Keegan Murray, who has had an issue with a finger. He had a finger injury on his shooting hand, and it feels like it's really bothering him. Feels like you can see he's a great shooter, man. He is a great shooter, and he's been like, what is he, like 20%, 18% from the 3-point line? You know that is because of that finger probably, which is bad. And Sabonis was not as good as I needed him to be for my fantasy, so fuck him. Nah, he didn't get good enough guard play also, so that is that. And yeah, Dylan Brooks continues to be sensational for goddamn Houston. Imagine if this Dylan Brooks was on the Grizzlies last year or the year before. They would maybe win the championship. I'm not even kidding, man. That man is playing sensational, man, and the shot looks great. He was 5 of 5 in the fourth quarter for 12 points, closed them out, 26 points on the ninth. He has been sensational. The Grizzlies have to be sick seeing this, man. Jabari Smith was really great also. I love his energy, even though I wish he got a little more touches, but Fred VanVleet loves to chuck. I still do not love that pickup for them. Sengun was really good all around, and Jayshawn Tate continues to bring that energy off the bench, which is otherwise pretty non-existent. The Celtics once again get a great win against the Nets. They are still unstoppable. Porzingis continues to be sensational, absurd on both sides of the floor. Tatum continues to be an MVP candidate. Luke Cornett was huge off the bench. And, Jaylen Brown still finding his groove. Jrue Holiday almost a triple-double. The bench was otherwise really rough without Derek White, who missed the game due to having a child. So congratulations to his wife and him. Cam Thomas had a bounce-back offensive game. Royce O'Neal could not do anything, and they were trying Porzingis way too much. I like Dayron Sharp off the bench and Lonnie Walker, so that is that. And the Bulls are not good. The Nuggets get another easy win. Jamal Murray left the game with a hamstring issue. Might have been smart to not play him tonight, but he already did. We do not know anything about the injuries, so we'll have to wait and see until the reports come probably today. And yeah, here are the standings after tonight's matches for both conferences. And as always, be kind to yourself and to others. Peace.